Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Rob, and right behind me is my 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. So I have done a lot of videos on it already. I've actually talked about, for example, what have been my gripes with the Tacoma, as well as other things, such as what I've done with it. Something that I actually get asked about quite a bit, though, is how much money have I actually put into the Tacoma? So I actually went ahead, I made a list, and I'm going to talk about everything that I have bought for the Tacoma and how much I put into it so far. All right, you guys. So first things first, the actual Tacoma itself. So this is the Tier D Off-Road with the Advanced Technology Package. What does that come with? It comes with a few things, such as the nicer headlights, nice and LED. I do have the front camera. I actually have the 360 camera, which is really cool. Also has a few other little goodies, such as the JBL upper sound system. I chose this one in particular because I figured I was probably going to take the suspension apart and all that, so I get a Pro. Being that this was the higher up tier, the off-road model, I actually paid $45,000 for this, and then it was another about $5,000 in taxes and fees. So altogether about $50,000 for the Tacoma. Guys, let's start this off with the items that don't cost as much. So for example, these are the high-flying turn signals I have on here. These are about $25, $30 on Amazon. So not bad at all. I really like how they are sequential. They also have different options. I went for the smoked option. Just I think it looks a little bit cleaner. I do like that the sequential lighting does match with the headlights. Then in the back, I do also have LED backlights. Let me show you guys those. Let me see. So these are actually pretty nice because they do have OEM ones, but these were really cheap guys on Amazon. These ones I only paid about $25 for. Let me press that again, make them go. They illuminate just as good as OEM. So we're gonna go back to the front. Something that I really get a lot of compliments on is the Laminex film that I did put on the front. The Laminex fog light film did cost $35. It's super easy install, guys. Really makes the fog lights pop. Let me go ahead and turn those on for you. Looks good. If you didn't know, with it being a technology package, these are actually LED fogs, and I can't change out the bulbs. So for me, I really like the circle look of the fogs. That's why I wanted to keep them. So just putting on the Laminex fog light overlays, for me, that's enough. I think it's a nice yellow. I think it goes really well with the white headlights. I did add a couple small Toyota accessories to this. So for example, we have the blackout emblem package both on the front and on the tailgate. And that did cost me about $80 altogether. I do like the black. I think it looks really good with the lunar rock. Also do have the OEM bed pad in the back, so that was about $85 as well. It's actually really good, guys. Really good and solid. It really stays in place, and whatever's in here, it grips really well. I do recommend it. Get to the back, we also have the black exhaust tip. This was about $55, but I do think I got that on sale. It looks really cool. I really like the Toyota emblem that you see right up there. Definitely can recommend looking into that if you don't want to get the Tier D exhaust or an aftermarket exhaust. You just want to get rid of the plain piping. Then we get to the front, and we do have my LED, or my last fit LED light bar. So let me turn that on, but as you can see, it looks really cool. I do have it mounted on with Cali raised brackets, as well as you'll see a Cali raised LED light bar button. Altogether, this whole setup cost me around $200 altogether. I think it looks really cool. Definitely really bright as well. I do have a video on the install on this. It did take a little while, but really satisfying to get that all going. Let me go ahead and turn that off just so I don't burn out the battery, and then we'll go on to the next part. Okay, so now here is the front grille. So this is actually the OEM Toyota grill. So some people have been calling this up badging. I disagree with that. While this does come with the Tier D Pro Tacomas, now it also comes with the Trail Edition. So now it's actually, they call it the Heritage Grill sometimes. I don't think it's up badging in my opinion. It's just an alternate grille that is offered by Toyota. And in my opinion, I like it a lot more than the stock one that it had on it. Did also do a couple other neat things. So for example, I did tint the windows on the Tacoma. It was about $300 for the tint. All right, guys, we're here behind the wheel. Honestly, there's not really anything I can really show you, but I have the CVC tune on this Tacoma, so I always do recommend getting your Tacoma tuned. For me, it was a CVC tune. Really improved the driving experience of it, really made it a lot more livable. I do highly recommend it if your Tacoma is kind of sluggish and you want to quicken it up a little bit. While I'm in here, I'll also talk about a little bit of protection I have on here. So I actually have these screen protectors on here as well. I do have a nice coupon code. So basically, that's covering this whole screen and also covering the dash. Really easy to install. It's a nice protective layer of film over it so that it doesn't get all scratched up. I actually do have it on the column down here as well. Also, check this out. 3D printed this cool little water bottle holder. But I do highly recommend it because this kind of plastic will always get all scratched up after you clean it a bit, especially if you're off-roading, it gets all dusty. So I definitely can recommend it. So with that little bit of protection, let's go outside and let's go talk about a few other little parts on the Tacoma. So I do have FSW factory style wheels on here. These are the Tier D Pro replicas. I really like these. I do have a coupon code, of course, for these as well. Rob's Autos as always. These wheels cost me about $800 altogether, and I really like them because, one, I think the black looks really good with the Lunar Rock, and two, I just think the Pro Design wheels, I think it's a pretty good design. And these are also on the factory tires. I didn't feel like upgrading just yet. It is zero offset, so you can also see it does add a little bit more poke. And I do like that the wheels are actually a few pounds lighter than the stock wheels, which is a good thing for the Tacoma because, I mean, it's a heavy truck, so you get to save some rotational weight, which is always good. All right, guys, so now we also have the Lomax bed cover I have on this. So this is a really nice bed cover. I like that it's a solid, trifold, and two, it wasn't too badly priced. It was about $850. But so far, it's been good. I really like the material of it. It's nice and solid, and it's actually pretty good at keeping stuff in here pretty dry. This says the Cali raised LED rock slider. So what I love about these is that you can get them in a bunch of different configurations. So I chose steel sliders as well as the textured foot pad, so that way you can step on here if it's all wet, you won't end up slipping on it. And I also have the nice kick out towards the back. Really recommend these if you're on off-road, and make sure you don't ding up your Tacoma on the underside if you go over any logs or rocks or anything. All right, guys, we're underneath the Tacoma, so let me show you guys. Let me get some light. So this is my Miller cat shield. I highly recommend this to protect your catalytic converters. I've installed a few of these. Super easy to install, guys. I don't have to make any holes or anything. And of course, coupon code Rob's Autos if you want one for a good discount. And all right, guys, here's probably one of the more costly forms of protection I have on here that you can't even really see. So what I did was I did have paint protection film applied to the Tacoma. So it's all over the front bumper, the hood, quarter panels, and on the roof, as well as part of the column here. Now I did that so that when it hits rocks, when it goes into bushes, all that stuff, it doesn't mess with the paint. However, the PPF was a costly endeavor, guys. That cost me about $2,900 altogether. But it does the job, guys. The whole front end looks good. I do also have it on the headlights and on the rear view caps. I definitely can recommend it if you really want to keep your paint on your Tacoma looking good. All right, you guys. So I don't know if you guys were keeping tallies, but that's about $58,000 so far put into my 2022 Toyota Tacoma. That's quite a bit, you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, when I bought my Supra, my 2021, that was about $58,000. So right around there now. But the Tacoma though has been a solid and reliable vehicle so far. I'm at 15,000 miles with it. I can definitely see myself owning it for a few more years. Definitely going to enjoy the time with it. It's been a great travel car and all that kind of stuff. So as of right now, I feel like it's worth it. And I mean, it looks so good. I mean, check out that front end, guys. It looks phenomenal. I do think, you know that it does have its shortcomings. I have done videos about those, so check those out. But overall, you know, it's been a solid small truck for me. If you guys have any other questions about the mods I put on, any of that kind of stuff, you know, please let me know. So with that, guys, this is Rob, and have a good one.